Reading from the book by Walter Russell entitled The Message of the Divine Illiad II. Preface. If these words be read as words of mine, then indeed are they but mine, and have I failed to translate true those inspired words of light written upon my heart, by him whom thou art and whom I am, as I am also thee. If these words be read as I am I, and thou art thou, and the skies and winds and trees are things apart, separate and separable, and God afar beyond, unknowable and unreachable, then have I failed indeed my Father's work to do, and are my words to thee unholy things, and I, who wrote them down, am to thee unholy. If these words be read as words alone, and not as that one idea of unity, the star, the morning dew, thou, the violet, and me, all one, then are my words but words. If these words be read by man to whom love is but a word, measurable, and by him controlled, then indeed is God's messenger of love dead, and do I blaspheme his name by resurrecting him in me as God's messenger of love. So hear me when I say that if thou art not God's messenger of love, then has the Nazarene lived on earth for naught. To me, all things in this universe are one, and that one the God of creation, whom I am, and thou art also he, when thou knowest that thou art. If God lives, he lives in thee and me. Was that divine ideal of love meant for God's illumined messengers alone, whose clay has long returned to dust? Or does God's love live in thee and me? If God be one creator of all, then I am he, and I am all, and I am his knowing and his thinking, and I am creating with my knowing and my thinking. Is the beach just grains of sand, or is the sand the beach? Is the beach one thing, or is it grains of sand divisible? If these words be only mine, then I am but a grain of sand and not the beach, and as a grain of sand, my words are little words for other grains of sand like me. But if I am the beach, my words are not alone mine, but ocean's words, and therefore are they mighty with all of ocean's majesty. And to thee, if thou art but a grain of sand, these words are too big, and ocean's words as though they were not. If I be but clay alone and not eternal man, and eternal man not God, then were all God's illumined messengers of light also but clay and not knowing sons of God. Such is not my thinking. For that which lived in them was love, which could not die, so lives in me, as light of love by which I am anointed. Love, if it be more than word, is eternal light of God, and if light of love be in my knowing, then art thou the Son of God through thy knowing. My illumined knowing is herein set down in words of man's sensing, translated from God's language of light, through which God speaks to all inspired sons of God who know God's love in them. When thou knowest love, then shalt thou know that neither thou, nor giant sun, nor blade of grass can say the words, I am alone I. For in my Father's house there is but one, and that one he, and thee, and me. Walter Russell. The Book of Love, a Communion. I am in thy light, O my Father. I am thy light. Thou hast anointed me with thy light of all knowing, to give to man for his unfolding. Thy balance must I give him, that he shall know power. Thy law must I give him, that he shall know peace. Thy love must I give him, that he shall know unity. Thy beauty must I give him, that thy rhythmatic thinking shall inspire him to rhythmatic thinking. Thy light must I give him, that he may commune with thee in thy language of light. Consciousness of thee must I give him, that he shall forever be thee. Freedom from his senses must I give him, that he shall rise above his sensing, and find thy kingdom of his long seeking. Thy knowing must I give him, that he may create with thee, that he may command thy electric body to his will for his needs, that he may command his electric body to thy perfection. That which I know in light must I translate into words for which there are no words. Wordless essence must I translate into words of man. The source must I picture in extensions of the source. Ideal must I unfold as illusions of ideal. Reality must I paint with the pigments of unreality. To the sense conscious must I bring cosmic consciousness. To the outer man must I talk from the pulpit of the inner man. I am of the race of messengers to man, the root of a race who know not time, nor breadth, nor height, nor depth, nor other dimension of man. I am thy messenger of love. There is no fear nor hate in thee. I am thy messenger of life. There is no death nor darkness in thy light. Make thou me a worthy messenger. Be thou me. Thy power be my power, thy essence my essence. Unfold thou thy concept through me. Be me, that I may be not alone I. Be me, that I may be the universe. Flow thou through me to all the universe. I am the universe. Command thou me.